Let's talk about Dogman.
Dogman.
What I'm not even gonna say what a surprise, man. Animated movies are just goated.
They are. You know, people hated on us.
Are just goated.
They're gonna
man.
hate on us again after we post this. I know for a fact people will be like, no, I can't take two guys that rate Dogman over Companion. But I don't care. Dogman was a good film.
It was good. I fell asleep. I was tired.
Yeah.
I was not. It was not because it was boring. Because it wasn't boring.
Dogman was great. It was a kid's film. So Dogman has to do with basically a dog and a cop, cop. They're both on like their last leg.
Yeah.
And then they combine into one. Mm-hmm. And then they're like this super cop.
Yeah.
That can do karate and stuff. It's based off the novels. It's the same author that made
Captain Underpants.
Yeah. And all those stories. The art style is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so cool, cartoony, 3D nature of it. The funny like comedy as well, because those books are usually pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not for like adults, but I found it funny.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a good film. It had funny characters, funny things, but also it had way too much going on.
You think so?
100%.
I think that. Well, I feel like that's like the curse of a kid's film, right?
Yeah.
It's like it has to have a lot happening at like all at once, like to keep kids entertained or like looking at the screen.
Way too much though.
I don't think so. I feel like if there's too much going on, it's like I can't follow. There was something I really couldn't like. I wasn't lost at any point in time.
I hope you could follow this film as a kid's film. This is definitely like. I remember in the theater we just hear a little kid go like, what was it? She screamed like no,
yeah,
or something like that. That was adorable. So really good kids films. I want to say every kid that we saw like there like really enjoyed it. Like all the parents also probably enjoyed the film. But okay, Dogman goes back to his old house, sees his old family. Okay, cool. First storyline. Second storyline, Petey and Dogman. We introduce them and their whole like rivalry, and then they go back and forth for this montage. Okay, then the mayor doesn't like Dogman, wants him to lose his job. Then the fish, Skippy, right? That's
whatever his
name was. Him, that whole storyline. And then Petey makes a clone of himself, Lil Petey. Lil Petey now, the whole storyline as well, where he stays throughout the film, but still. Then makes ADHD. Okay, and then the fish comes back into life because these people were playing with it. And then Dogman finds Lil Petey, and they have this whole montage thing going on. And then Petey finds his grandpa, or his dad. His dad.
Yeah.
And then that whole thing happens. And then the love story between the chief and the news lady.
The news lady, yeah.
And then again, Lil Petey gets captured by the fish now. And then Petey and Dogman work together.
Those are different stories.
All right, while the fish thing was going on, you still had Lil Petey storyline. You still had Dogman's job storyline. You still had like so much going on.
That was basically it though. It's just those two things.
It was too much.
It's just those two things.
Way too much. There were too many villains. Guess who voiced Petey, by the way? I found this hilarious.
There's like two villains.
Guess who voiced Petey?
Who?
Pete Davidson.
That's Pete Davidson?
That's Pete Davidson.
Oh, shoot.
That's why I found it so funny. His name is Petey.
Of course.
Pete Davidson.
Of course.
Petey is voiced by Pete Davidson. That is something. Pete Davidson, keep all your women
it was Pete Davidson?
away from that guy. Yeah.
I feel like he has such a distinct voice. I guess he wasn't using his own voice, maybe?
No,
I don't know. I just didn't.
No, definitely.
So you caught it?
I didn't.
Okay, so then
But
no.
No. I haven't seen Pete Davidson in a while now, right?
Oh, okay.
But when I was looking it up and I saw the actors and I go, Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
I realized, and I can pull up a clip and show you, like, you'll definitely realize it's his voice the second you hear it again. So it took me a second, but when I heard his name, I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely Pete Davidson.
Gotcha.
So that was funny. He did good.
Yeah.
All the voice acting was great.
Yeah.
All of it. So, great.
Even Dogman.
Even Dogman.
Comedy, 10 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe I just have a child's sense of humor. I stop laughing, bro. Some of that stuff was just so dumb. Like there's a scene where like the chief of police calls Dogman, right, to like try to get him like his job back or whatever the case is. And so he's explained to him all the stuff that he has to do to like guard the fish.
Yeah.
And then he just like goes on this whole tangent.
Yeah.
It's like this like 18-part story about like this whole thing about the fish.
Yeah.
He's like, you remember that one time about that fish
Right,
that you fed too much and you died, and then like it got powers and you killed it and and then and then afterwards like Dogman is just lost. He's like, I just explained all this to you like I thought you would have got to all that from my explanation. It was
right,
this is like certain stuff like that to me was just so funny. Like, I just couldn't.
I think the funniest thing to me, which was so subtle and so like such a small like skit, was when Lil Petey and Dogman were chilling, and he goes, "Can you read me a bedtime story?" It's just a book of squirrels, and he growls at every single squirrel. That was so good.
Like,
that was incredible.
You actually thought he was reading, bro. It's like, nah, bro. He's just looking at squirrels the whole time.
It's just a picture book of different squirrels, and he growls and barks at everyone. That was so funny. That was actually hilarious.
His house was hilarious.
Yeah,
like
they even did a joke about it.
Yeah, like
they're like, "Oh, it looks way bigger in the inside."
Yeah, like, his house is literally like this big.
Yeah,
and he goes inside. And she's like, "Whoa!"
Yo, it's like SpongeBob's house.
Yeah, exactly. He lives in a pineapple. He's got like a whole library.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This guy's got different like
floors. He
He
lives in a doghouse. He has like a 3-bedroom apartment. Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Dogman
It's
is
a
in the
loft.
It's in the back rooms. That's what it is. It's just chilling in the back rooms.
But yeah, animation, beautiful. What else is really good about this movie? I like the story. I like the messaging.
Yeah, it's a good kids film.
Like it was subtle enough, especially with like the whole like PD versus little PD thing, where it was like essentially like that was his innocence that got stripped away because his father was a piece of garbage.
Yeah, right.
And then, et cetera, et cetera. All that stuff to me was like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all. I was not bored at any point in time.
Nah.
Just tired.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the only movie that I can really compare to Dogman now is Sonic 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Sonic 3 is better than Dogman.
You think Sonic 3 is better than Dogman?
I think Flow is even better than Dogman.
No.
So what would you give Dogman? Mind you, we give Flow an 8. We give Sonic 3 an 8.5. You giving Dogman?
I think I'm gonna put it up there with Sonic.
8.5?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, bro. Even like the action scenes, like when he's actually like doing kung fu and all this other stuff,
Yeah.
like it's really good.
My only thing is I didn't
The whole giant robot battle with the building, like all that stuff to me was just so
was
off
crazy.
the wall.
They had a Evangelion anime battle in that.
Literally, bro. Then his pants fell down. All right,
Yeah.
but no, seriously, like I don't know. To me, it was great. But they're not the same.
No. That's why I'm not.
They're not the same kind of movie.
We
like,
watched
at all.
another comedy film this month called One of Them Days, and I didn't want to put it over that.
You didn't want to put it over One of Them Days.
I didn't want to put it over that. But
again, it's not the same.
It's not.
It's just not the same. Like I feel like you can't say that because like
I just didn't want to put it over that. But I can live with. So you give it an 8.5 then?
yeah, I'm cool with 8.5. I enjoyed that movie.
I gave it a 7.5. So
really a 7.5
for sure.
Nah, man, no way.
You know why? Because also I would rather watch. The next movie we're going to talk about is Presents. I'd rather watch Presents.
No.
You'd rather watch Dogman?
Yeah, for sure. And that's not to say that Presence is a bad movie.
Do you think Dogman is better?
Like to me replayability is doesn't really have to do with how good or bad a movie is.
I can watch Dogman whenever.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's my whole thing. Like Presence like I don't know how to explain it, man. Like
okay, you rated
like how much fun I had watching the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like werewolves, right? That's what it was.
Sure.
Werewolves is a garbage movie, but I could watch it again because it was hilarious. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean it was a good movie.
So
just
you
because
gave
I can
Den of
watch.
Thieves 2, 8.5. That's our highest rated film of the month so far. Do you think it's on the same level as that? 8.5. It's not the same movie, but it's in the same scale.
I think so. Yeah.
You think it's 8.5?
Yeah. I can watch that movie. Again.
All
bro.
right, fuck it.
No, seriously,
You know
me personally, I could watch that movie again. It was good.
We are gonna get killed
I guess
for this one. I know
There's
for
no
a
way.
fact.
If anybody watches that movie and like it doesn't appeal to them at all, I feel like it was like on purpose. I feel like you just I feel like you were honestly trying to like not like that movie.
Absolutely murdered for this.
I don't care.
You know
bro.
what? Dogman is an 8.5 out of 10.
That's an 8.5. What did it get as a rating?
Check. I think
On
they
Rotten
gave
Tomatoes.
it a 7. I think they gave it a 7.
Let me see.
I want to say. I don't know. Maybe Hollywood just wasn't feeling it as much as we were. It's one of them like anime things.
Got
man.
an 88 on Rotten Tomatoes.
88. Okay. So that's basically our rating.
Let me